Getting the best picture out of your Sony Bravia 4K Google TV isn't just about picking a preset. It's about setting each input the right way for real visual accuracy. I'll show you how to dial in the perfect settings for SDR, HDR, and Dolby Vision, and get the best performance for gaming. If you find these tech tips useful, give the video a like and subscribe for more setup guides that actually work. Before you start changing any settings, play a high-quality test video. A 4K HDR test clip or a calibration pattern on YouTube works best. This will help you clearly see what each adjustment is doing. Also, save your current picture settings first, just in case you want to go back to them later. Let's begin by setting the right picture mode. The default mode is usually standard, but that one is too bright and makes the image look overly smooth. For general use and SDR content, switch to custom. If you're watching movies or TV shows, choose cinema or professional mode for better color accuracy. For gaming, use game mode. And when you're watching Dolby Vision content, go with either Dolby Vision Dark or Dolby Vision Bright, depending on your room's lighting. Start by turning off the light or ambient sensor, and also disable any power saving or eco features. These can change your picture brightness automatically and affect consistency. If you're watching SDR content, set the brightness between 35 and 50, depending on your room's lighting. For HDR content, keep the brightness at maximum. Set contrast around 85 to 90 to avoid losing details. For gamma, use -2 if the SDR image looks too dark. Keep it at 0 for HDR. Set black level to 50. Make sure black adjust and advanced contrast enhancer are both turned off. For peak luminance or extended dynamic range, turn it off or set it to high in SDR, and set it to high in HDR. Now let's adjust the color. Leave both color and hue at their default settings, unless you want more saturated colors. For color temperature, choose Expert 1 for better accuracy. Expert 2 is also fine if you like that look better. Turn off Live Color to keep the image natural. Sharpness should be set to 50, which means there's no added artificial sharpening. If you're watching native 4K content, keep reality creation turned off. But if you're watching lower resolution content, you can turn it on and use auto or adjust it manually depending on the source. Leave noise reduction off when the content is clean. If you notice compression or grain, you can set it to medium. Motion settings help smooth out movement in lower frame rate content. If you're watching something at 24 or 30 frames per second, you can turn on motion flow and keep it on low or use a custom setting. Cine motion or film mode should also be turned off. If you see flickering, you can switch it to auto. For HDMI sources like gaming consoles or Blu-ray players, go to the HDMI settings. Set the HDMI signal format to enhanced so your TV can handle full quality input. Keep the video range on auto unless you need to adjust it manually to full. And that's it. I hope this step-by-step guide helps you get the best picture out of your Sony Bravia 4K Google TV without any confusion. If these settings made a difference for you, or if you've got a question along the way, drop it in the comments. I'd like to hear how it worked out for you.